Hi everyone, it's Beth with Bodies by Pilates, and today we're going to go through a lower body workout, really hitting the glutes, the quads, the hamstrings, and I am going to use a prop today. So I'm going to use a Pilates ball, but if you don't have a Pilates ball, a small pillow, a rolled up towel, even a roll of paper towels will work absolutely fine. We're just going to use this for a little engagement on our inner thighs because we don't want to miss those again. All right, so that's to come. But let's go ahead and get started by just doing a few squats here. So we're just going to start warming up the legs by doing a few squats. So toes are going to be pointed forward. Knees are going to stay behind your toes. So when you squat back, you want to push the booty back. But when you do that, you want to still pull the belly in. And as you come up, you want to squeeze. All right. So back or chest is lifted as you do those squats. Excellent. You got it. Just warming up the legs. Hopefully it's going to be a good one today. You know, I always sort of make these up on the fly. So we'll see what I come up with. All right, I'm going to hold this next one down. Pulse it down. Little pulses down. Not a lot of rocking. Think about just the down, down, down movement. You got it. All right, I want you just to lift the right heel. Keep pulsing. Already starting to feel it. We haven't even made it down to our mat yet. All right, hold that right heel up. Try not to pop the heel out to the side. So keep the heel kind of right in line with the toes. Place the right heel down, lift the left. Little pulses. Remember, the chest is still lifted. The belly's pulling in. That protects the low spine. So you don't have this big swag or sway in your back. Excellent. We're going to go side to side. Keep it low. You can do it. Remember, this is our warm-up. Starting to get the heart rate up just a little bit. Last one on the right. Last one on the left. Come all the way up and squeeze. Excellent. Okay, we're going to go on down. So let's just come on down. Actually, I'll start this way because I'm going to start with my right leg. And we're going to be in all fours. But if you have like it hurts your wrist to be this way, let's just come all the way down then. All right, so knees are underneath hips, belly is still pulling in, shoulders are relaxed. All right, you're going to lift that right knee and you're just going to take it up and then tap it down. Take it up and tap it down. Now, when we do these exercises, you want your hip to be facing down. So you don't necessarily want to open it out to the side. See how my hip comes up? You just want to lift, squeeze. You feel the catch between the glute and the hamstring, and then right back down. 4 more. 3, 2. We're going to hold this one up. So make sure those hips are squared off. Little pulses up, up, up. You got it. Last 4. 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Extend and bend. Extend, bend. Good. Out and in. So remember, make that hip point down. 4 more. 4. 3. Relax the shoulders. 2. Last one. Hold it out there. Lower it. Lift it. Lower. So if that feels a little painful in the back of the knee, just pop a micro bend in that knee. Keep the core nice and tight so there's not a ton of movement through the low spine. 4 more. 4. 3. 2. The last one. Hold it up. Bend that leg. Cross it over and lift and squeeze. Cross. Lift and squeeze. Cross it and lift it. 4. 4 more. 4. 3. 2. The last one. Hold it up there. Little pulses once again. Square off those hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, bring it all the way in, lift and squeeze. In, lift and squeeze. This is our last move on this side. 3, 4. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Bring that knee down. Open the knees up and just sit the hips back. Give yourself just a little bit of a break there. You want to give yourself a little stretch. Woo. All right, we're going to do that same thing on the other side. And so I'm going to spin myself around so you can see this side. Let's come on down. Again, if you felt any pressure in your shoulders, really try to relax those shoulders down. Just going to move that ball out of the way. Come all the way down. Now let's see if we can get this sequence right. All right, so knees are underneath hips. You're going to lift that left knee. You're going to lift it. And tap. And lift. And tap. Keep the hips pointed forward. And just keep breathing. You can do it. 4 more. 4, 3. Relax the shoulders. 2. Hold this one up there. Pulse it up. So I felt my hips starting to tip out or open up. So I just tipped it down. Last 4. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, extend. And bend. Out and in. Good time to check back in with those shoulders, just making sure they're relaxed. Pull that belly in. You've got 4 more. 4. Feels so good. 3. I mean, it hurts, but it feels good. 2. Hold that one out there. Tip that hip down. Lower it. And lift, squeeze. Remember, you can put a little micro bend in the back of the knee if you need to. This is 4. 4 more. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Go ahead and bend it. We're going to cross it. And squeeze. And cross. And lift. Down. And up. 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to hold this next one up there. Little pulses up. Pull the belly in even tighter. Make sure that hip is pointed down. You've got it. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull that knee all the way in. And then lift and squeeze. All the way in. Lift and squeeze. We're almost through it. 4 more. 4, 3, so good. 2, and last one. Bring that knee down. Open up the knees. Sit it back in the child's pose. That was awesome. Yay. Okay. All right, so that was a lot on our glute max. We need to hit our glute med. And so we're going to do a little bit of bridging for the glute med. We're going to go back to the glute max, and then we're going to do some side lying leg. Okay, I told you it was a lower body today. It's going to be awesome. All right, so first up, let's go ahead. Still not using our ball yet. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Point those toes out. So then the knees naturally track with your toes. Your back is just in your neutral spine. So whatever your natural arch is, arms are down by your side, palms up or down. I always have mine facing up, or most of the time, just so I remember to kind of pull the shoulders back. And then my rib cage was just splayed. So allow your breathing to come back to normal and close up that rib cage. All right, here we go. We're just going to go ahead and roll it up into our high bridge. So take a big inhale here. As you exhale, tip your pelvis up. That imprints your spine like someone punched you in the belly. Then start to peel up your tailbone, one vertebrae at a time, coming up into your bridge. So as you can see, my upper ribs are still down. I'm nowhere near my cervical spine. And then take an inhale here. Exhale, soften the chest, roll it all the way down. All right, we're gonna do that again. Up we go. Obviously, we're gonna add on to this. We could do this all day, but we wanna make it a little more challenging, right? So next one, taking your time, we're just roll it up through that spine, hold it at the top. So here we are, just little pulses up, up. I want you to think about that upward movement. I always say that, but instead of thinking about the downward, I want you to think about squeezing even tighter, even more. So you should feel it right in the sides of those cheeks. All right, so from here, just that right side is squeezing. You can barely see it, but I promise you it's working. Belly button is pulling in. My legs are already shaking over to the left side. A little squeeze. All right, we're gonna go right to left, right, left, right, left. You got it, right, left, side to side. Keeping those hips really high. So when you're squeezing on one side, the other side is not dipping. It's squeezing too. Now, right back to center, little squeezes. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to come halfway down, squeeze it up, halfway, right back up, down, up, 4, up, 3, up. Remember, weights in your heels, 2. Last 1, take a breath at the top. Exhale, soften the chest, roll it all the way down. Good job. All right, bring those knees in towards your chest. Just rock side to side, just in case you got a little arch in that back. All right, here we go with the ball. We're gonna bring that ball up. We're gonna place it between our inner thighs. Inner thighs are gonna squeeze. Toes are facing forward. You're about 1.5 hand away from your glutes with your feet, with your heels. Back's in your neutral position. Once you squeeze in on that ball or blanket or pillow, whatever you have, towel, and release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Good. So I want you to be squeezing from the inner thighs, not necessarily with the toes, but I want you to initiate the move with the inner thighs. So much about Pilates is thinking of what muscles you're using and connecting with them. So if you really want to get into those muscles that we don't use in sort of our daily activities, you really have to concentrate. So you can't necessarily just drift off. You need to pay attention, right? And that's what I love about Pilates. It keeps your mind active, keeps you connected to your body. All right, hold this last one. All right, from here, we're gonna go ahead and come up into our bridge. So take that big inhale. As you exhale, tip that pelvis up and then peel through the spine. So if you have any sticky parts or clumps, you wanna make sure that you're really rolling through those areas. Squeeze. So now you're gonna feel it back in the glute max, right? From here, I want you to squeeze in on that ball. Squeeze, squeeze. Good, or whatever your prop is today. You can always find these balls if you have like, what is it, 5 and Below or on Amazon, super easy. Any store has a little ball. And you just wanna keep a little bit of air out of it so that you can actually feel yourself squeezing in on it. All right, hold that squeeze from here, halfway down. Squeeze and up, halfway. Squeeze, down, up, down, up. 4 more, lower. Lift, 3, lift, 2, lift. The last one, hold it here. Lift the heels, lower, lift, lower. Don't lower the hips. See how the hips stay high? It's just the heels lifting and lowering. Keep the belly button pulling in so that you're not arching the back. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. Take that breath. Exhale, soften the chest. Roll it all the way down. Good job. Take that ball out. Bring those knees in. All right, we're gonna do one more, and this one's gonna be a little difficult, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna do some one-legged bridging, okay? And so we're gonna start with both feet down. Take that big inhale. Exhale. Great. Imprint the spine, peel it up, one vertebrae at a time. All right, holding it at the top. Do not adjust the feet. We want to really make the body work. You're going to feel your obliques too. You're going to lift that right leg into tabletop. Take it up towards the ceiling. You got it. You're going to lower it. You're going to lift it. You're going to lower it. You're going to lift it. So the hips are staying on the same plane. Just the working leg is moving down and up. Two more. Lower. Lift. Lower. Hold it right there. Oh my gosh, my hamstring is screaming. Last 8, 7, 6. Little pulses. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that leg into tabletop. Take it down. Take a breath. Exhale, soften the chest, roll it all the way down. I have to tell you, I wasn't sure I was going to make it through that one. That left hamstring turned on so bad. All right, we're going to even ourselves out. Take that breath. Tip those hips up on your exhale. Peel it up one vertebrae at a time. Good. So find that diagonal line. You could roll that marble from your knee down to your shoulder. Take the left leg into tabletop. Take it up towards the ceiling. Lower it without dropping that hip. Lift it. Lower. Lift. Weight is in the heel of your right foot. You can do it. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. The last one. Hold it up towards the ceiling. Here we go. Lift, lift, squeeze even tighter. Oh my gosh, you can do it. We've got this. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg comes back into tabletop. Sets down. Don't rush it. Take your breath here. Exhale, soften the chest, roll it all the way down. Yes, bring those knees in, rock side to side. So good. Let's do a quick stretch. Left leg goes down, right leg crosses over. Open up the hips here. Pull the shoulders back. And then if you need a little bit extra here to release that glute, push that left leg or knee towards the chest. I like to keep my shoulders back versus rounding up and over. All right, set the left foot down, uncross the right. Cross the left over right, open up the hip. Sometimes that's enough for me, and sometimes I need just a little bit extra to pull it in. All right, so one more thing we're gonna do, right? We're gonna do some side lying leg. We do not need our ball anymore. Set that foot down, uncross them. Let's come over onto our side. Doesn't matter what side you start on. Remember, you have lots of options here. You can prop your head up, take it down. We're going to take our legs in this 90-degree angle. So when we do that, we want to make sure that our hips are directly on top of each other. So don't kind of lay back. Relax the top shoulder. Pull the belly in. And then I'm going to take my top leg, I'm going to lift it to hip height, and I'm going to flex that foot. From here, I'm going to lift and lower. Now, your hip should be pointed forward. So if you are able to open that leg way up, see how my hips opened? I can't lift my leg that high, it catches if my hips are closed. I want your hips to be closed, okay? This bottom leg is just hanging out because it's your kickstand. Your bottom obliques are pulling up. I was just resting in my mat there. Your top leg only lowers to hip height. You've got it. Last 4, 3, 2. Hold it at that hip height. Bend it in. Press it out. Don't let that knee dip. In and out. So imagine maybe you have a yoga block or a plate on that shin and you're balancing it. So if the knee dips, that plate or yoga block will fall. Good. Last 4. Relax the top shoulder, check back in on those bottom obliques. 2. You're going to hold the next one in. I want you to go 1 inch forward using the glute to move it. forward and back. Take the rocking out of it. Now remember, the rotation of the hips is so important. Keep them healthy. Most things we do are just in a one plane, that forward plane, right? So now I want you to hold this here. I want you to go knee to knee without falling off your hips, and then heel to heel. Knee to knee, internal rotation, external rotation, knee, heel, knee, heel. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Good. Take that leg out, take it forward, drop the toe, lower it, lift it, lower, lift, lower, lift. You got it. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Bend that leg, lower the leg, lift it, lower. These are our book openers. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a workout today. 7 and 8. Okay, soles of the feet together. Shift the heels, they're in line with your body. You've got your plans. Close it and open it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Excellent. Lower that leg, tap it out. Again, I don't even know if that works, but we've always done it, right? So we're gonna rotate to that other side. Same thing. Bring yourself down. Bend those legs at 90 degrees, okay? So from here, what did we start with? You're gonna lift that leg and then stretch it out. Face those hips forward. Lift and lower, and lift and lower. You can do it. Lift, lower, lift, lower. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last 1. You're gonna hold it at that hip height. You're gonna bring it in. You're gonna take it out. Bend it in. Take it out. In. Keep that knee lifted, so don't let it dip. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Last 1, hold it in there. 1 inch forward, 1 inch back. Forward, back. Remember, initiating from the glute. Pull up on those bottom obliques. Relax your top shoulder. Keep that knee lifted. 3 more. 2. Hold it here. Internal rotation, external. Internal, external. You've got it. Trying not to fall off those hips. Whew. 4 more. 3, 2, last 1. Good. Okay, we are going to lift that leg, take it in front. I have no idea if it's the same sequence we did. This is my problem. Lower it, lift it, lower, lift. You got it. Down, up. I think it's the right one though. 4 more. 4, 3, 2 more moves. 2, last 1. Bend that leg. You've got your book openers. Close it, open it, close, open. We're nearly there. This was amazing. We had about 20 plus minutes of lower body. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. Soles of the feet together. Shift them back. Close that clam and open it. Close it. Open. Try not to rock off those hips. You're nearly there. You've got 4 more. 3, 2, And last one, good. Go ahead, lower, tap those hips out. And then go ahead and just press yourself up. Ooh, let's do a little, let's do a seated mermaid. So allow the hips to open. That's gonna feel really good. So if your hip is up like this, sometimes using a yoga block underneath of it, as they open up, you'll feel it kind of settle in. Let's just take a little side bend here. I hope you enjoyed that. That was a little longer than I thought it was gonna be. But again, once I get rolling, I start thinking of things. Oh, one more time to the other side. Remember, if you liked this video, let's go ahead and change those legs. Go ahead and give it a like, and then check out all the other videos on my YouTube channel. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let's do a couple of side bends here. One more time on each side. And as always, I hope to see you back here real soon. Thanks for working out with me.